Hey Academy, Ian here with your tip of the day. I've been working really hard on a couple big timelines, and those timelines are the full match play from Kevin and I. This is something that has just been on the back burner for quite a while, and finally putting in the work to go through and cut every single point, every single confessional clip of us talking to the camera. And we're cutting it together into a three-part series that we're going to start publishing next week. And we talk a lot in Academy about using video for technical analysis and to find out the reality of where your skills really are and pinpoint exactly what you need to work on. Today, it was something we don't talk much about. In fact, to be totally honest, I can't remember a specific spot where we talk about this in Academy. I'm sure we do someplace, but what I'd like to make sure you're aware of is that video recording yourself in competitive environments is equally as enlightening. And I'm just telling you that from personal perspective right now. I'm sitting down taking a short break at the end of about an hour and a half or 2 hours of just cut, watching myself play point after point after point after point against Kevin. And I've been through this footage a lot of times now. We've made a lot of different videos out of this footage. And I honestly feel like I learn something a little bit different, or I gain a little bit different insight or perspective every time I go through the content. And today in particular, kind of what I'm paying attention to is how and when I make loose errors in particular situations. There was a lot of momentum shifts, a lot of ups and downs in this match with Kevin. And there were certain kind of pivot points where looking at it as a bystander gives a completely different perspective. And I feel, when I go through the points and I view it from a third person perspective, I view those situations almost kind of with more weight. And I know, like, as an observer, as a bystander, as it were, and I'm watching myself, I feel and I realize the weight of certain points in certain situations. And I know that. And I don't really remember exactly what happened. I mean, I know the outcome of the match, but I don't remember exactly what I did. And what I'm really noticing is the times where I'm cutting, getting to like a point where it's like 30 all on a particular game, and I know that this is a big one, and I'm not exactly sure what happens here, and then I push the space bar to play it, and I miss a return, like with a continental grip, like wide, for no particular reason. And I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, like I had such an opportunity there. If, in hindsight's 2020, of course. But I'm always going to make, loose mistakes. It's just part of the game, of course. But I feel like it's a really interesting exercise to go back and watch myself. And I feel like the next time I'm in that kind of situation, I just feel like my awareness will be that much more heightened because it's different. It's different watching yourself than your internal experiences, just like with technique. And so my tip for you today, my tip of the day for you today is similar to my pleas for year after year after year to just do video, I'm going to tell you that same thing today, but competitively within match play, just do video. You're going to learn more about yourself. And the more perspective you gain, the more insight you gain about your own game, the greater chance you have of making little tweaks, little adjustments where it really matters the most. So just do it. I'm learning a lot about myself, however many years, decades into my own tennis career, because these are perspectives that I've not had of myself until relatively recently. So things that you just don't know until you watch yourself from that perspective. So just do it. I'm looking forward to sharing this content with you, but go out and make your own, please. You'll reap tremendous benefit from doing so. So I hope you do.